Vulnerability management from a Bytes perspective, we would deem it as one of the fundamental or core pillars of any security strategy. So how do we approach vulnerabilities in terms of systems that cannot be patched? How do we start to restrict network access? How do we start to advise organizations around mitigation and remediation, proactive approaches that can help them not only become less susceptible to potentially vulnerabilities being exploited within their environment, but also make those vulnerabilities, if they exist, less likely to be exploited in general.
Speed to detect and identify that vulnerability. Those are the conversations we're now having to have with customers to help them say, look, it's not just about a compliance checklist anymore. You know, you're scanning and that's great. We'll support you in that, but we really need to be reactive and proactive in our approach to this. Vulnerability management is no small task. You know, you have to be on top of it. You have to be scanning regularly, understanding the data, doing the analysis, and then also, you know, distributing the workload to your teams. Please, can you patch? Please, can you confirm we have this version in our environment, whatever it might be. That's a key one. Also, you know, one of the other ones, it's just knowledge. It's just, you know, we can't be experts at everything, right? So, you know, we have a lot of customers who may be slightly smaller security teams, but those teams, you know, are responsible for doing, you know, incident response, doing infrastructure, doing the initial triage of alerts, or, you know, whatever incidents might come up, and also the vulnerabilities. Now, we can't always know everything about every sector or every topic in this industry, right? It's too vast. And that's why, you know, customers will reach out and we say, look, we have a whole team of specialists that only focus on vulnerability management. That's their only role in this business, that, you know, in our partnership that we'd have with you. So share the load, right? And we always say to our customers, and please see us as an extension of your security team, because we are there to be treated as your vulnerability management team, not just, you know, a provider. No, we are your vulnerability management team. We come with the knowledge. We understand the risk involved with, you know, like we touched on earlier, the difference between an unauthenticated remote code execution vulnerability versus a authenticated privileged escalation vulnerability, for example. Whereas maybe some smaller teams might not have that level of insight into what that really means in terms of risk. So that's also a key driver.
We see that by engaging with a service such as yourselves, organizations can not only save that time by devolving some of that responsibility away, they also find that they can drive further efficiencies in the rest of the organization. So it's not just about what time do we save that we're not patching anymore, it's the time that we're now using that for, we're able to start driving better, more mature, more cost-saving activity. The complications and complexity that can come with vulnerability management across that cloud environment is best dealt with by that experienced, mature pair of hands.